tutorial in CyberLink PowerDirector. I'd like to show you how you can move a graphic image on the screen and change its position value, its scale value, and its rotation value to create a unique kind of flavor. I'm going to use this with a logo, and then I'm going to save it so I can use it for future projects with the same customer, and so the logo will have the same kind of movement from one project to another. Let me show you an example of what this would look like, and then we'll show you how to do that. I'm going to go back to the first frame, and you see we have this base video in this particular project of these batteries moving from left to right as we pan. Now I have another image over here, another video I could use, say, for project number 2, but I want the logo to be the same no matter which one I'm using. So let's see how we can adjust the movement of the image of the logo for this particular customer. So what I've done is I've taken the first image of the batteries, I've duplicated it because I need more time than we have for the short clip, and then I have an audio track on track number 2, and I've marked where the beats are where I want some motion to change using my beat marker. So you can look for beat markers on our channel, and you'll see how to add a beat marker to the timeline. So we've done that. So now we need to get the image. I'm going to take this battery systems image here, and if I drag it down, you notice I have a default length. If I click on the clock, I have 4 seconds. Now that's okay, but if I want the output of this that I save to be longer than 4 seconds, I have to change that first. They don't tell you this in the documentation. So I'm going to take that away and delete it. And I know I want it to be 14 seconds long. So I'm going to go to my gear at the very top, my settings, and under editing, I'm going to change the image length to 14 seconds. You could set it to whatever you want, but this is the duration you want of the finished product that you save for future use. So you could put in any number you want, but this is where you control that. I'll click on OK. And now I'll drag this down, and it's going to be 14 seconds long. If I don't do this, when I save it, it would save it as 4 seconds, and I'd have to re-keyframe it every time I want to use it if I want it to do the same motion and the same frames every single time. So I've got the element here, and let's assume that this is about where I want to start for size and location. So what I want to do is edit it. I'm going to click on the image called Battery Systems and click on the Edit button. Then I want to make sure that I am in the Advanced. It doesn't matter where I am in the tool setup, but I want to be in Advanced button. I'll click on that. And we have a couple options. We have Properties and we have Animation. Now the easy way to do this is to click on Animation. And when I click on Animation, what I can do is simply choose an In Animation. Let's take this one here. And I'm going to lengthen the duration of it so you can see it better. And so when I take my playhead and move it over it, this is my in animation. And if I want an out animation, I can click on the out at the upper left corner, and I can click another one. Let's click the fall out, and here's my fall out. I can adjust the duration here by stretching it out. And let's drag this, and you'll see how the out animation is going to work. There's the fall out. And I could click on Save As, and it would save it as a 14-second animation with Battery Systems logo all embedded in it. So it would always do the same thing every time. But what I want to do is something more complicated, but I think a little bit more unique. Now to remove either of these, you click on them, and you can click on the out and click on none. Likewise, I can click on the in animation, drag up with my slider and click on none, and that will go away. Now you can use these tools with what I'm about to show you, so you can layer them using in and out animation plus the keyframing we're going to show you. So for the keyframing, I have my beat markers here that it inherited from my main screen, and I'm going to, in this tutorial, only work on 3 values. I'm going to do position and scale and rotation. So I click a diamond on each of those values, and it will set a keyframe at the first frame. Now I like to do this even if it's not necessary. Now I'm going to move to the next beat marker, and I'll do position and scale and rotation. Now the values right now are the same, but if I go back, and to go back on any level, there's a left arrow and right arrow. And unless you're at the end, you won't see them. They'll be blanked out. I'm going to go back to the first one. I'm going to take my position. I'm going to look at my properties here. And I'm going to start off the screen. Now I want to make sure I'm horizontally levels. Okay, so my Y value has to be 0.809 when I'm done. So I'm going to drag this off the screen. And I'm going to adjust this to 809. So it'll be perfectly horizontal. So I play this one. Okay, so when I get to this beat, it's in the location. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll move to the next one. And in this case, I want to set the same values. Even if they don't change, I just find it good insurance to set them that way. And then when we go to this one over here, I want it to rotate. So I'm going to click all 3 again. You don't have to, but for me it's good insurance. And then I'm going to change the value of rotation. I'm going to go minus 360. Press enter. Minus 360. Press enter. And if we watch what happens here, we're going to move it back. It will come on the screen. And then on the next one, let's take the 3 values and we'll take them, and this time we're going to change the horizontal. So I want my X to move over and my Y to stay at 809. I'll drag over here, and it looks like I need to go up a little bit. Okay, so if we go back, now on this one, if I want it to be different, let's say I want to make it a little bit larger, we'll set our 3 values again just to make sure I don't accidentally change something I don't want to, and then I can change the scale of it if I want to. And let's do one more. This way we'll inherit the previous values by clicking the diamonds again. Let's rotate this again one more time, only this time I'll go back to 0 for rotation. And let's see what it looks like. Okay, that would work. Now, if I want to save it, I'll click on Save As in the lower left corner. And it's my template. I'll call this Spin 3. And I can choose the frame I want it to show. I think I might show it with the icon in like this. Click on OK. I'll click on OK. Now, what I've done to save doesn't impact what I have on my timeline. But if I want the timeline to, let's take this track and we'll make it so we don't see it. To take what I've saved and use it over here or elsewhere, all I need to do is click on the Overlays menu at the very top. Click on Custom. Here I have my Spin 3. I'll take my Spin 3, I'll drag it to an empty track. It should mimic what I just saw, so when I play it together, It comes across, it spins, comes over, enlarges a little bit, and spins one more time. Now it's 14 seconds long, so if I had it set to the wrong length in my default, which I need to change my default back to whatever I like, maybe my default should be images on the screen for 4 seconds again, or maybe 5. I'll just hit 5. I'm back to my normal settings, but I have to do that or this will save it in the wrong length. But that's a way in which you can create one of these and then save it for use in future projects.